So I got into the Gobelins. I got into Gobelins, l'école de l'image. Gobelins, the school of image. I got into that school by applying. I applied with a motivation letter. I applied with a showreel. And I also applied with a concept art portfolio, which was in video form. And then I think I also sent in my CV as well, which had like my school experience as well. And then they sent me a letter one time to be like, you're in. And I remember screaming and being so excited and be like, oh my gosh, I'm actually gonna go to France. But the road to get to Gobelins, it was a bit difficult because I was in the middle of fourth year and doing my graduation production, and I was the only animation student in my year, and they hadn't had an animation student doing fourth year in like the last 9 years. So there's that huge adjustment to do. And I was going to France in the middle of my production schedule for my graduation production, of which the school knew, because I told them in advance, but it obviously didn't take away the stress of that. So there was that I had to deal with. The day before, I was packing my suitcase and stuff and getting ready and doing like an online check-in because we live in the future and we can do that kind of stuff. And I realized that my flight was completely different. I was traveling with my family and my flight was completely different from theirs. And we had to like scramble to call the travel agency people because they had made the mistake, but I hadn't checked it when my mom had sent me the tickets like months ago. I hadn't checked it. So we had to call them. They had to quickly scramble to like fix the flight and everything. And then when we got to they fixed it, so that was fine. Then when we got to the airport the next day, we were traveling with my baby cousin, and we had all the documents that you needed. You know, we got the visa, we got everything, but the flight people who were checking us in were like, no, sorry, you need this letter and that letter from the parents and blah blah blah. So that person delayed us. But eventually we were able to solve the problem. And then on top of that, when we got to France, Air France lost my mom's suitcase. So she was like in France with just sort of the hand luggage and bits and pieces of her clothing that she had for like 3 days without her suitcase. So that was a bit frustrating. But once we got there, you know, we did some adventures with my family. We went to Disneyland, Paris. We saw the Eiffel Tower. We ate breakfast in a few places. We did some family adventures before going. And then it was time for the school to start.
The summer school has grown steadily each year from 20 students at the beginning to around 60 the past 3 years. When students arrive, you will see they are all a bit bewildered by the cultural shock, but very soon they adapt, they open, and they start sharing their knowledge, their cultures, their inspirations. It rapidly becomes a bubbling environment full of ideas and creativity, and at the end, you will see also, they say they have had one of the richest experience of their lives. I hope it will be the same for you.